Hello and welcome to Hero Wars Info. My name is Ryan. As always, my goal is to make you the most efficient Hero Wars player as possible. So please go ahead, if you like this content, like and subscribe so that in the future you can keep on getting more informational videos to help you in your Hero Wars journey. Now today I want to be talking about the top 8 heroes that you should be thinking about building if you haven't already. So this can apply if you are a new player and just starting the game of Hero Wars, give you some ideas of which ones that you should be targeting, or if you're an existing player that might not have one or two of these heroes leveled or have been thinking about it, I'm going to give you those heroes and the reasons why I think they're so essential to most teams. So let's go ahead and dive in. First hero I want to talk about is Nebula. So Nebula is a support hero that basically allows you to get a boosted version of any specific DPS. Now what Nebula does is she applies a buff to people that are around her, and you can see here it's called the Equilibrium buff. Basic attacks will be switched to support mode. With every activation, increases the physical and magical attack of one nearby ally by 5 seconds. So, this basically allows you from any DPS heroes that you have are going to do a lot more damage if they have Nebula next to her. Overall, she's a fantastic hero. I honestly think she's probably the best hero in the game. Every single team that I use could use a Nebula in it. It just really helps. Some of her other abilities, like Disharmony, that targets the hero with the lowest health, that's nice. The Serenity, where it can restore the health of 2 nearby allies and removes negative effects on them, that's also very nice. And then her ultimate is this astral projection that basically pushes a ball of energy and deals damage and removes energy from the people who get affected by it. So just overall, it is really good. Like Nebula, as I mentioned, my favorite hero, probably I think the best hero in Hero Wars. Starting out, I would absolutely try to level her. Next up, let's go ahead and move to a damage dealer. I'm going to be talking about Heidi. Now, Heidi, while Nebula is probably the best hero, Heidi might be my favorite. Heidi's really fun. Really good against dodge teams, specifically if you run into Dante. Heidi basically, as long as Heidi dodges, he's going to be doing a ton of damage to Dante teams. His main skill is the Death Flower, which does pure damage, which is nice because it's not able to be negated by anything. And he just has a lot of good ways to stay alive. Once he gets into his camo, he can actually start dodging different other stuff and gains bonus energy. So, and you can see here dodging any type of damage. So it could be dodging pure damage, could be dodging magic damage, as well as physical. So the dodge goes up and just becomes really hard to kill later on. And then these two also just potentially blind someone and deal some extra pure damage. So Heidi, if you're looking to build a DPS, Heidi is always a good choice to start. Next up, kind of the other support hero that goes hand in hand with Nebula is Sebastian. Now, Sebastian is the debuff killer, meaning that if you face any control teams, any teams that are trying to throw negative effects on you, Sebastian will buff them right off. For a lot of physical attack teams, specifically, his artifact boosts critical hit damage, as well as his abilities also boost extra critical hit chances and damage from those critical hits. So, and he actually is able to get his Ode to Serenity, which prevents debuffs from applying very quickly in the battle because he starts with so much bonus energy. So Sebastian is a great hero, might be the second best hero in the game, honestly. And especially with physical teams, you always want to build them up. Now, the nice thing about Nebula and Sebastian is that both of them are also pretty much primary cogs in the Osh team, meaning that they are going to be used as the best source of damage for Asgard. So that's just another good reason to build them up. Next up, we have Celeste. So Celeste is someone who I built up as one of my first heroes. Very good healing as well as damage, and can also apply some great debuffs onto opponents' teams that will stop them from healing. So just a very good all-around hero. You can use her for damage or for healing by manually switching her. So if you wanted to do manual fights, Celeste is one of the best ways to best heroes to have in those type of fights, because you can decide if you want her to just be a full-on healer or full-on damage dealer. Then you have other things that like this that helps allies heal or also make sure that they can't heal. Like this will block healing and it's converted into magic damage. And this one also basic attacks heal, or if she's in her light form, they heal, or if she's in her dark form, then they just deal magic damage. So just overall great hero, very useful in a lot of scenarios, and can be very good against teams that have multiple healers in them. Next up, and this is going to be one that everyone should be leveling if they could, it's Lara Croft. So Lara is one of the most essential heroes nowadays. Especially if you're going on the what they would call them blender teams, meaning it's going to be like the Nebula, Sebastian, Lara, and usually it's going to be a hero or two that we might talk about in just a little bit. But Lara offers a lot of different skills. First off, she will give you some extra stuff outside of PvP for extra expeditions if you have her. I think it's have her at red. She'll give you an extra expedition, which is very vital to getting more resources. You always will be able to use more resources. Her damage dealing is very good. She also offers a stun right here that can hit, depending on where Sebastian is placed on the opposing team, can still beat him, so that their team gets stunned at the very beginning of the battle, which can be very helpful. She also activates her artifact, and this is very unique. And we'll go ahead and show you under the Artifacts tab for Lara that her artifact gives you a physical attack, but whenever she activates it, it also does a random activation, meaning that, and let's see right here, or maybe it's not that one. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, here we go. The passive. So every time that you activate the power of the tombs, or Jade Necklace activates, which is what her artifact is, a random artifact effect is added for 9 seconds. That can be magic attack, armor, magic defense, armor penetration, magic penetration, critical hit chance, and dodge. So a lot of this is like, she becomes a random hero of being able to add stuff. Now, usually that's bad, but especially in defense, stuff like that is really good because teams can't plan for it. So between a stun, great damage, the ability to throw up buffs that people don't know how to counter, she's just a great all-around hero to level. Now, the negative thing about Lara is that she was only available for a limited time. However, in the next probably month, I think we're going to see a Lara event that is going to allow people to get Lara again. So if this is going to be essential for if you don't have Lara already, go ahead, make sure you do whatever it takes to get her. Unfortunately, it might be pay. You might have to pay for her. We'll see. I don't know what the event's going to look like. I'll let you know as soon as I find out. But she is an essential hero, someone I would absolutely recommend building up. Next up, we have the magic killer, Isaac. Isaac is pretty essential also to Osh, but he just absolutely destroys magic teams. And the way he does that is by his ultimate, basically activates and it silences all enemies for 4 seconds, basically making sure that they can't use their ults. So if you're facing a magic team, that's how he gets charged. Then Isaac will use this to basically silence them and make them powerless. And if he gets charged more than, I think, 3 times, or more than twice during a battle, he'll start to do a lot of damage too. So if you're facing a physical team, Isaac's pretty much worthless. If you are facing a pure damage team, doesn't help that much, but there's a lot of magic heroes, and he is the ultimate killer of magic heroes. And I would, as since he's part of the Yosh team, and just a very good all-around hero, I would always recommend building him up as well. Now, the next hero that you can be thinking about is a healer called Aiden. Aiden has a special ability that will allow him to bond with the hero at the very front. This allows for a lot of those teams where a non-standard tank can now become a tank. So you can think of like a Lyria, a Jingmao, an Ishmael. They're going to have double the health because it's adding Aiden's health to the person in the front, and it also increases their armor and magic defense. So it just really just bumps up basically any hero at the front to a tank. And it heals the team throughout too, depending on a few different factors. So some of the top teams right now are teams that are going to be like a Ishmael, Nebula, Sebastian, Lara Croft, Aiden, or Xingmao instead of Ishmael, or Lyria instead of Ishmael or Jingmao. And those teams are pretty effective. If you're starting an account, like having that team is a good place to be. That's probably, if I was starting over on Hero Wars day one, I probably would do something like that. Have the Sebastian, Nebula, Lara, Aiden, and then the next hero that I would go to is Lyria. So this is kind of, I'm not sure you'd call it the meta team, but it's an annoying team to deal with at least. It stops a lot of things. It's very strong. It can do a lot of damage. And Lyria is kind of the linchpin behind it because Lyria is the ultimate dodge killer. Now, if I had done this video, I don't know, 2 months ago, 1 month ago, before Lyria was in the game, Aurora would absolutely top my list. However, Aurora is now very situational, can still be a very good hero, but if Lyria is on the opposing team, Aurora is just going to get cut down so fast. So, Lyria has become kind of one of the main heroes that you're going to see in a lot of guild wars, arenas, etc. because she stops dodge teams, which that's Dante, Aurora, even Heidi to some extent, but also has very good damage and is very tanky, meaning a lot of health, and can just basically make sure that your team is not going to die fast. And then her ultimate does a lot of damage too. So once, if you have like the Aiden and Lyria mix, and Lyria does the ultimate combined with Lara boosted and Sebastian with some crits, like it can be pretty devastating to a team that they die almost all at the same time. So those are the 8 heroes that I would level. As a reminder, those are Nebula, Heidi, Sebastian, Celeste, Lara Croft, Isaac, Aiden, and Lyria. Please, if you have any questions, any comments, anyone you think I'm missing, go ahead, put it in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.